Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast and welcome back to Transfer Hub. If you're new around here, subscribe, drop a like on this video and get involved in the comment section down below. Thanks everyone that's been watching our recent content. Last week we had an episode with Dennis Mortimer out as well. So if you've not watched that, go and check that one out. It's really, really good, to be fair, telling about his whole story from the minute he met Ron Saunders to lifting the European Cup. So it's a great episode. So be sure to go and check that one out. We have a watch along tonight, Argentina versus Croatia as well. So if you want to come and join us for that, get involved in the chat. It'll be sure to be a really, really good stream as all of our watch alongs go down really, really well. But Transfer Hub, it's fired up, it's working, we're rocking, we are rolling, and the rumours are now starting to pile in ahead of January. We've got a contingent of 3 players that are linked with Aston Villa here. We've got Danjuma, Pau Torres and Nicholas Jackson. This is coming from Ikrim Kano. So the 3 of them all currently play for Villarreal. If only we were playing Villarreal in a pre-season friendly on Thursday with all of their representatives maybe in attendance. Some of them won't be there, but, you know, the CEO of Villarreal will be there. So, yes, it'll be interesting. I always tend to like it when a manager does have 1 or 2 players that he's managed before come in and they understand the way he works. They understand everything about him. You know, those players that like run through a brick wall for that manager. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying, but Elmo did the same, didn't he? You know, Elmo came in for Brucey and he was a great servant for Aston Villa. But do you know the thing that I'm trying to say? Like the players that just come in and just, hit the ground running and embrace the manager and can add a bit of unity to the dressing room, maybe. So I kind of like the vibe of him bringing in someone who he has managed before. The 3 that are currently linked here are very, very good players as well. Danjuma, Pau Torres and Nicholas Jackson, all coming from Villarreal. We've done transfer hubs on Torres and Jackson. I think Pau Torres would be fantastic. You know, I mean, we're trying to play out from the back and he's just class. He's a class defender. He'd set the Premier League alight. So, yeah, that's another top bracket signing. Villa are showing ambition to try and bring in, I guess. And you can't knock it, can you? You can't knock Villa's ambition. And I think that's really good for any Villa fan to see. Nicholas Jackson, a little bit rawer. But Danjuma has been in the Prem before. And it's a vibe. I think Danjuma's a vibe, you know, Villa fans. I really, really like him. You know, he played for Bournemouth in the Premier League, albeit didn't really set it alight. Done well in the Championship and got his move to Villarreal. But, you know, he's pacey, powerful. He's got trickery. He's clever. What I like about him as well is he knows how to ride a challenge. He knows the challenge is coming and he knows that the little flicks and tricks are coming as well. So his awareness is really, really good. I like that about him. Another trait that I really like is Mbappe does this really, really well. So he slows the pace down when he's got the ball and it's sort of mind games with the opposition. So he slows it down, bang, he's gone. You see Mbappe do it. You see Anthony do it for Manchester United. And he's really, really good at that. He'll slow it down, boom, he's gone down the line. He'll get the crossing, you know. And his crossing ability, passing is decent. His strength to brush off challenges is really good. You know, he's got a bit of strength in him as well. He rides a challenge really well. He runs through the lines well. If you watch any of his clips from when he played for Villarreal, you know, when he was running through the lines and he was getting his goals and he was finishing, that's really good what he does as well. So his awareness to time his runs is really good. And, you know, playing in an Unai Emery system, you always know what your role is. You know what you're meant to be doing. So, you know, to get goals, to run through the lines, I think it's It's really, really good. So, and he can finish as well. So he stats back that he can finish as well. So let's have a look in usual transfer hub fashion at some of his stats. So he's 25 years of age, right-footed. He's got a market value of £28.6 million. And he's attacking is rated 74. A little look at his career. Eindhoven, Bruges. Made his move to Bournemouth in the Premier League, £15.9 million. Bournemouth got relegated, and then he joined Villarreal for £20.3 million. So his stock rose when he got relegated into the Championship. He can take penalties. His strengths here are his finishing. So he's in the Championship, he got 15 goals. When he was in the Premier League, he started only 6 games. He didn't score, but when he got into the Championship with Bournemouth, he scored 15 goals. And his heat map is heavily down the left. So he predominantly plays down the left-hand side. So whether that's sort of the 2 that would be in front of Aston Villa's double pivot, you'd imagine it would be on that left-hand side. In SOFA score rating, the Championship, 7.17, which is good. La Liga in his first season, he had a SOFA score rating of 6.97. So close to my 7 rating that I absolutely go for on transfer hubs. As you can see, left-hand side, heavy heat map inside the 18-yard box as well, which is really, really good. And some of these ratings last game, 8 against Valencia. So the stats for the first season at Villarreal, 21-22, which was last season. He played 23 games, started 17, 64 minutes per game. He was in the team of the week 3 times. He scored 10 goals. He averaged a goal every 0.4 games. Big chances missed, 11. Assists, 3, 27 touches per game. Key passes per game, 0.7. So nearly 1 key pass per game. Big chances created, 2. Accuracy per game in his passing, 77. In his own half, 91. Opposition half, 69. Successful dribbles, 1.4. Total duels won, 2.7 per game, which is really high. Ground duels won, 2.5. So really decent. And he has played in the Champions League as well. SOFA score 6.89, which is, again, nearly at the 7 mark. And he scored 6 goals in the Champions League as well. So Danjuma, I'm saying Danjuma is a vibe. He is a vibe. And I think he would improve Villa. Pacey, powerful, tricky, knows where the back of the net is. So Danjuma for me, definitely. So, I mean, look, the recent links we've had so far, Marcus Thuram, Nicholas Jackson, Pau Torres, João Felix, they all improve Villa. Every single one of those improves Villa, definitely. And every single one of those, Jackson, okay, yeah, I think so. Depends where he'd play. But the majority of those walk straight into Aston Villa's first team. And that is what this window is all about coming up. It's not about bringing in someone like a Sanson or a Nakamba or Traore who are just going to sit on the bench. They're going to be on the bench and have to work their way to try and fight to get into the first team. In my opinion, we don't need that in this window. The only players I want to see coming in this window walk straight into this first team. That is where I'm at. I'm at the stage now where if we bring in nobody in January, I'm absolutely fine with that. Because I believe this squad, this season, with what we've got right now, who are 4 points off Liverpool, can get top 10 this season with what we've got. If we carried on with Unai Emery's system, what I've seen in the last 2 games, what we've seen in the Prem games, we can get top 10 easy, in my opinion. So the rush to just sign someone for the sake of a signing coming in, I'm not having. I don't want to have that. I just want someone now coming in that walks straight into that first team. And in the summer, if we have a look at cash and we need to get a right back that's going to come in, that's going to like challenge, then I think we can look at those certain areas. But for me, in Jan, I only want players coming in that are going to walk straight into this team. That's where I'm at. You guys at home might disagree. That's fine. Let me know what your thoughts are on that as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on Danjuma, and let me know what your thoughts are on some of the other players that we've been linked with, and what's your vibe transfer-wise going into January as well. So cheers for watching. Up the Villa. Join us for the watch-along Argentina-Croatia this evening. Speak to you all soon.